What's up, you fat motherfuckers? Myself included. I saw this on my feed. Jubilee is a pretty big YouTube channel. Sure, most of you guys know who the fuck they are already, but Jillian Michaels is going against or debating against the body positivity movement. But let's check it out, man. As a fellow fat person, I hate the fact that people think that you can't lose weight. Just lock in, bro. 20% of all that is working out. The other 80% is fucking dieting. Stop being a fat piece of shit, bro. Let's check it out. Off rip, I see a big old bitch, bro.
All right, let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Jillian Michaels. I'm a fitness expert and a health advocate, and today I am surrounded by 20 body positivity activists. All right, my first surrounded claim is that obesity is not healthy, and pretending it is puts lives at risk.
Obesity is not healthy. Oh, gee, I wonder who's gonna make it up first. I don't think anybody's running to this fucking chair, by the way.
If you want to be the first debater, get to the chair in 3, 2, 1.
Hi. I'm Edie.
Nice to meet you.
That bitch stood up over here. She stood up like she was gonna do something. It was too slow, fatty.
Eating disorder therapist. I'm going to do my best to not use the O word because I find it
The O word, obese. So that's not a good word, but I could say fat fuck, bro.
pretty offensive. So I'm going to use fat-bodied as we talk.
Okay.
Fat
Do you
ass.
understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
Overweight and obese is literally just having too much body fat. It has nothing to do with the quality of the person.
Facts.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Are we going to debate the claim?
Yeah,
Or
I just
are
wanted
we
to.
Gonna,
Yeah, I wanted to clarify though the
are
language.
we going to pretend like I'm a 3 and you're my mommy?
Based. This is already starting hot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's I mean, it's true. Like, why are we gonna not say obesity when it's like a scientifically given word, reflecting how fucking fat we are? I'm from San Antonio. I could say as much fat jokes as possible.
Telling me how to talk.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So the claim that you're saying is that it is inherently
Bro, what is this, bro? It fucking gets to a point, dog. I swear to God, I've seen this bitch before, like on Instagram and shit. Is she like a plant? Is she just an industry plant? Or does Jubilee, well, I've seen the Jubilee like college interviews and debates. They might have just pulled like influencers. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if you get this far in my video.
unhealthy to live in a fat body.
It's inherently unhealthy to have excess body fat, yes.
Okay.
Facts.
Where are you getting that information from?
I hate it when they ask that for like the blatant obvious. Yes, it is unhealthy. You're putting weight and stress on your heart, the most important muscle in your body. Stop being fat. Stop eating fatty foods. You're clogging your arteries. Fact check right here.
Okay. There are dozens of MRT trials that show having excess body fat. Dozens is causal, not
Oh,
correlated.
no, that's not true. There's no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
Delusion.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But obesity lends itself to all-cause mortality across the board. Have you heard of something called adiposopathy? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know it means literally sick fat. And you understand how it works? Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me how it works.
So it's an additional layer of fat in the stomach area.
No,
Dumb bitch, dude.
that's not what it is. It works as follows. When we eat too much food that has energy that we're not utilizing, the body needs to put that energy somewhere, right? So it puts it in fat cells. So it puts it in initially subcutaneous fat cells, a little bit of visceral fat, which is fat around the organs. And at first you have hyperplasia, which means we're recruiting new little fat cells, which isn't necessarily a bad thing up to a point. Now, the issue is that once you can no longer recruit more fat cells, right, you get hypertrophy. So the fat cells start to expand. And this is exceptionally dangerous because what ends up happening is the blood vessels get outpaced. So the fat cells can't get oxygen and they start screaming, literally. And when they do, they release cytokines, inflammatory proteins, right?
I want to
Oh,
pause.
no, of course you do. I want to pause.
Bro, she's coming in hot and she's not speaking nothing but facts, dog. The fact that they want to pause, like, dog, this is golden, dude.
Because it's irrefutable. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So,
Jillian, okay, first of all, I don't appreciate the way that you're speaking to me right now. You called me out for just trying to understand the languaging and saying I was talking to like a 3-year-old when I felt like I was talking to you very respectfully. You're talking to me very disrespectfully right now.
Here's the thing.
And I want to.
You're telling me you understand it, but you don't understand it. You fundamentally didn't describe it accurately.
But what I understand is that
What's lipotoxicity?
I don't want to talk about, I am not, okay, here, I'm going to say this straight out. I am not a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not going to talk to you about medical diagnosis because that's outside my scope and I'm fully
That's the
willing,
claim.
hey, I'm fully willing to be wrong. What I am here to talk to you about is the fact that people in fat bodies are irreparably harmed going into the medical system every single day because of the term, the O word.
So that's what you want to litigate?
You go to the doctor, they weigh you, it's protocol. They look at your vitals, they check your blood pressure. If they weigh you and you're above the scale, it's a fucking medical term to call you obese. You're a fat fuck. How can you not? How are you going to go to the doctor and say, "Oh my God, I'm over 300 pounds. Please don't say the O word. I know I'm fat. I know I'm fat bodied. I know I'm big bone." Like, bro, shut the fuck up, dude. This is why people stay fat, dog.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the claim, though.
The idea that fat-bodied people are inherently unhealthy is, I believe, incorrect.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not
There's a
wrong.
robust amount of data.
There's a robust amount of fucking people in here, bro.
I'm
You're
not
not-
wrong.
okay, so
Because
let
you
me
can't
finish
look,
the
you
thought.
can't look at.
Then let me finish the
Let me
thought.
finish my thought first,
Okay,
please.
sure.
You can't look at a person's body and tell whether or not tell their health status.
So
Bro, if I stood up and took my shirt off, y'all be like, "Yo, this motherfucker fat, bro." Yeah, you can look at somebody and tell how unhealthy they are.
fat is an endocrine organ. When it overgrows, it does wreak havoc in the body. I didn't finish telling you what happens. So when the oxygen can't get to those fat cells, they'll die and they'll rupture. And then the immune system starts dumping macrophages in to try to clean it up.
But do you know what's
But they
even more
can't clean it
unhealthy
up.
is weight cycling. And as we talked about earlier, only except for your
That is
your
not
people who
the claim. If you want to talk about that claim, we can. The claim is
So then what are
that
you supposed
having-
to do though? So let's say this person is in a fat body and they are inherently unhealthy, right? We're telling they're unhealthy because they're in this
The
fat body.
vast majority
What are
of
they supposed
people
to do?
Work out, walk a mile a day, eat right, dude. And when I say eat right, fucking watch what you're eating, dude. Cook for yourself. Stop getting fast food.
be significantly more prone to all-cause mortality. For me,
Intentional weight loss fails 95 to 98% of the time. So what
tell
is
me
the
why, though? You would probably know this better than me.
because weight is not an individualistic pursuit. You narrow it down to this idea that it's causal, like that they're just not trying hard enough. But that
I
is
didn't say that. It's multifactorial, unquestionably. A lot of people lose weight. The problem, right, is that they put it back on. Are we in agreement?
yes.
Okay, great.
That's me.
Why do you think?
Okay, we gotta pause there.
God damn it! All right,
Sorry.
done. I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah, but
All right.
voted out by the majority. Please return
Yeah, she's cooking.
to your seat.
Okay.
We'll get one more fatty up on stage, and then we'll go to the next claim. I'll try and burn through this just to get the basics.
Hello.
Hi.
I have lived in a fat body for like as long as I can remember. And I've known very many fat people. And I don't think any of us, the people that I know, I can only speak to the people that I know, I don't think any of us are pretending that we're okay with it. What I want to say here is I live with autoimmune disorders, I live with chronic illness, and I'm also neurodivergent. And this is, the body positivity movement has made it so that I can tolerate this life. I can find ways to thrive, even still. But I'm not pretending that this doesn't bother me. And by bother, I mean that it doesn't hurt to carry my weight. I'm willing to concede with you that carrying around extra weight is harder. It is. But it must be done.
I don't know that I agree with you.
Okay. Tell me more, please.
Well, tell me why you think it must be done.
Because I've worked really hard to not have this.
What does that mean? Like you beat yourself up in the gym or something?
No, I don't. That's not fun.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand what you mean.
What I mean is that I grew up with a number of undiagnosed conditions, and even I can think back to like middle school, and I couldn't keep up when the PE teacher would make us like run laps, and I'm like, this is.
Lift weight, put weight back down, walk. Is it crazy how they expect everybody to be at the same fitness level when you're going to school in PE? In a way, you want to bust your ass, you want to better yourself. Yes. I graduated 2013 from high school. I'm an UNC. And in my period in high school, it was getting more to the point where PE was more of something that you can pick. You don't have to do it. I think that was the biggest mistake in the school system. If she's going back to some childhood trauma, PE busting her ass, like not being able to finish laps, bro, a lot of people couldn't. But like now, like it's all about moderation. Don't expect to do that same level of intensity now. Like, just keep it moderate, bro. Protect your heart.
Physically aching me, and I didn't understand why. And I didn't understand why because I grew up with a single parent, undocumented single parent. We were bound to the medical system that we had access to.
I understand.
I've done what I needed to do a number of times to try to lose weight.
What did you try? Tell me.
I've worked out at the gym. I've tried to do Pilates. Even yoga.
Okay.
Even yoga hurts me.
You need to get on a treadmill. For you, put it on a 5 incline. Keep the speed at 1.5. Start there. And in the next week, keep it on 5 incline. Go to 2 speed. And then keep it there for a little bit till you get more comfortable, till you realize, 10 minutes turned into 15 minutes or 10 minutes turned into 12 minutes. And then from there, keep going. And if you don't like walking in place, go outside, go to a park, go walking. If you don't like the heat, I'm from Texas. It's fucking hot out here. Find something, bro. There's a lot of cardio activities. Swimming is you got to get in, you got to change all this shit, you got to shower, it smell like chlorine. The bike is cool. The Stairmaster will fuck you up. Don't go on the Stairmaster, especially for her. They overcomplicate things.
Okay, so the exercise causes you pain.
The
due to
exercise
autoimmune
causes
condition. Okay, no problem.
Right.
I'm with you.
Dieting, for example.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think that food makes very much sense to me in my neurodivergent brain.
This is where mechanistic eating actually helps people who are neurodivergent, and the research supports that because it doesn't have to make sense to you.
Okay.
In other words, it's like you eat on these schedules and you eat these foods and you eat this much, hence the concept, right, of
Hard
mechanistic.
pass. I don't like that.
I understand that you don't like it, but you'll have to decide.
If I hear my relationship with food one time in this fucking video, I'll tell you right now, that's not real. Relationship with food is the biggest amount of bullshit. It's the biggest cope in the world. There's no relationship with food. Last time I checked, you're not cracking your fucking eggs. And if you are, you need to be mentally checked in.
Which you don't like more, carrying the weight or the mechanistic eating? Because it actually could be helpful. There are other ways forward, but you told me you tried them.
I tried a whole lot. There's a lot of other things to be concerned about. I'm also a social worker. I work with youth. There are a lot of.
Let's go back to you.
Yes.
Tell me.
I'm saying for me, right? There are many things that I'm more concerned about than my weight. My body is not the most interesting thing about me.
You just brought up your weight and said, I don't see a way out of this.
Right.
I've tried everything.
I take care of it in the ways that I can, and I've found works for me.
But you just told me it didn't work for you.
But it works to an extent.
You just told me it didn't work for you.
It works to an extent.
Then this is an irrelevant conversation if you're happy with it.
I stand on 10 toes down, that we are not pretending that
But there's
this is
healthy
okay.
at any size. There are absolutely elements and aspects of the movement that do put that messaging into the universe. I've had those debates.
You've said?
I've had numerous
I want
debates with
to-
people who are body positivity activists that try to tell me that they can be healthy at any size. And it's just not the case.
And I disagree with that.
And I
right, we
can
gotta
use
pause there.
Shame,
We
you've
have to
used shame as a
pause.
vehicle.
And I'm sorry, we have to pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return
This
to
is
your
a highlight
seat.
apparently, so let's check it out. Hold on.
That could have gone really bad. Workplace injuries are inevitable, and luckily for me, I know just
Get this creature off of my screen, bro.
Is that the large food companies are one of the primary beneficiaries of the body positivity movement.
Get to the chair in 3, 2, 1.
Hi. How are you? I'm Chiffon.
Nice to meet you, Siobhan.
So, what are you classifying as large food companies?
Okay, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, General Mills.
Okay. Now, if they were beneficiaries and benefactoring and making all this money off of the body positivity movement, why is it that they spend billions on calorie counting apps, on a lot of things that we see in society as forcing the losing weight or talking about losing weight? Because that to me doesn't make sense and doesn't correlate. But also, people that are benefiting from this are the people in the body positivity movement themselves. A little bit about myself.
Wait, can I clarify
Oh,
one
please,
thing?
please,
I'm
please.
talking predominantly about finance.
Okay.
Sorry.
Perfect. Thank you. Even that, I still will say, so I come from the wedding industry. So I created the first publication in the world for plus size brides. I've now gotten 13 wedding publications around the world. And my biggest thing is the wedding industry is very centric on this is what the wedding industry looks like. I have created a platform where and not just larger bodied body positivity, but body positivity for all sizes. And I'm gonna come specifically from the wedding industry, which is very different, I know, but it still is a very weight-centric.
Okay,
Yes.
so your argument is the wedding industry is the primary
No,
beneficiary?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's where my knowledge comes from.
Okay.
But the body positivity movement is really for us. We are the main, and I'm saying we because I'm a large body
I
person.
totally understand.
That's
You're a fat person.
where it's
Can
really
I show
coming
you
from.
the ways
Please.
they're exploiting it?
Oh, please,
Well,
please, please.
okay, so there have been two really big exposés, one by the Washington Post and one by the Examiner. So they're coming at this from numerous angles.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is they've gone after a lot of the intuitive eating dietitians.
Okay.
So can I give you some statistics?
Please.
Okay. So Washington Post analyzed more than 6,000 social media posts by 68 registered dietitians with a combined reach of over 9 million followers. 40% of them were using the anti-diet language, right? Like food freedom, no food rules, ditch the diet, healthy in any size, so on and so forth. Very often not disclosing the fact that they were paid by the big food companies.
Okay.
Okay, so they're basically going after the intuitive eating dietitians. I can give you Abby Sharp.
That's okay though. But I want you to listen.
Okay,
because
yeah.
they are doing that.
Yes.
But the aspect that the body positive movement is really for us, that is not even anywhere we need to equate into it.
I
It
don't
really
agree
is.
with you. When
And
they're
that's
using
fine.
your movement.
But do you, and I'm gonna say this clearly and for right now, I don't care who uses my fucking movement. I want the movement to be there. And that right there, they can take it. It's marketing and sales 101. Of course they're gonna use the fucking movement.
But then
Because
why
they're
can't you guys say, you don't get to co-opt our movement?
That's not for me to do. I don't care about that. The thing is we don't
think you
care.
should.
But it's not about we should. We are doing what we're doing because this is
I get it. Being fat, yes, obviously you don't care. You don't care about your health. Why would you care about other people taking your fucking claims and your body positivity movement?
our family. This is our world.
There are
It
people
doesn't matter
that are
about what.
exploiting
Do you
your
think I can?
family.
But the thing is, we don't care. We are the movement.
But there are a lot
There's not much movement, homie.
of people that are being hurt by this. And these guys essentially are engineering food to be addictive, to quite...
And you know what? And I will say this. I will
okay.
say this.
Yeah.
I will give you the claps on that. I will say, yes, that is true. But what I do want to say
Yeah.
is that it happens all the time. A movement starts and someone comes in and takes it, and someone comes in and comes in it, and someone comes in and runs with it.
You don't deny it, you just don't care, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying it's fine for them to do that, but the bigger issue that I want you to realize is that the body positivity movement is ultimately for us. If someone wants to come and get on our coattail, that's perfectly fine. But for us, it doesn't need to go away. It doesn't need to go
One's
anywhere.
asking
It
for it to
doesn't
go away.
But
I'm
it is
suggesting.
now, see, there's the suggestion.
Okay.
I like it. I like a
Okay,
suggestion.
I'm suggesting that it could evolve, that you guys could call out when you're co-opted, that you could centralize messaging so that it's not all over the place.
Now that, Jillian,
right?
I am not opposed to.
Okay,
I'm not opposed to that.
But I'm not saying it should. That's not a claim.
No, but the thing is I want you to know who the true beneficiaries are. You're saying that they are the main
I'm
beneficiaries.
speaking financially.
Yeah, and
I
that's
apologize.
okay. And that's okay. But you're saying the claim says that the large food companies
Yes.
are the main beneficiaries of the body positive movement. That is not correct.
I understand.
Because we are the main people. We are the main beneficiaries.
We are the main course, which brings up our sponsor, fucking McDonald's.
Of the body positive movement. If someone wants to come and get on our coattails, go ahead.
Disagree
do
with you on that. I
And
think that's a
okay.
mistake.
And that's okay.
I think that you guys could tell them. You could expose what they're doing. Can I read you something else?
Please.
Okay.
I'm here to
Can I
hear.
just show
Just
you
like this is a
how
great dialogue.
diabolical this is? Okay. I have a friend that's on the inside. He sent me this. And he goes, I just want to show you the ways in which this is being in the inside of I can't say that a big food
company.
You got it
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Okay, so here's the intentional message overlap, right? So healthy at every size. Quote, you can be healthy at any size. Corporate benefit removes health concern barrier to sales. Stay with me, okay? Dieting doesn't work. Protects snack foods from being cut. Healthy at any size. Weight and health are unrelated. Corporate benefit deflects from products causing obesity. Healthy at any size. Weight stigma causes disease, not weight. Wait.
Okay, I'm gonna let you. I'm
I'm
finish.
just showing you. This is
What I
this
what
is an
I
internal.
want to bring,
Yeah.
what I would love, and I'm saying love because I want it, but I love it more. If there is such a resistance to the body positive movement, and I'm speaking specifically kind of from your
To me?
standpoint,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
If there's such a resistance to the body positive movement, why are you letting them take money from you?
Wait, where's the
is it-
resistance? I'm
Well,
telling you.
resistance
I'm
of
telling you.
acknowledging or saying that it's actual, that it needs to be.
I think that there are absolutely. I think that intuitive eating is a goal, not a treatment plan. I think that having access to health, which is what health at every size was initially intended to do. I think all those things are important. I think, unfortunately, the fact that the movement is decentralized,
Okay.
and it's prone to being co-opted, it can do harm in the ways that I have shown you.
And that's
what
okay.
I'm saying.
And that we can agree to.
All right,
I can agree
we got
with
to
that.
pause there.
That's good.
We got to
Let me remind you guys that this is an actual fucking multi-million subscriber channel. The fact that they have to go over a debate like this is fucking crazy. But we're in the Big 26. Everybody has something to say, and everybody's a victim. So do what you will with that, all right?
pause there. You've been voted out by the majority.
Well, I really appreciate this.
No, this was
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you very much. So I really want to focus on
Tigress? Motherfucker, that's an ape.
what you've just been saying about the co-opting of the movement. Because what you seem to be critiquing is the people who've co-opted the movement, not the people who actually built the movement, not the people who actually are the movement. So the idea that
Is the movement, though. So the thing is,
Well,
like,
for
I
what-
don't want to name names, but there are many, influencers who have said these things. So who's the movement?
influencers and activists are not necessarily the same thing. We were allegedly invited here as activists and advocates, not always the same thing, right? Some
There's nothing active about y'all.
I
influencers
don't
are.
disagree, but it's become, as I mentioned, a patchwork quilt of like, I'm an activist, I'm an influencer, I'm a dietitian. It's whereas like when you look at something like AA,
Well, let me
very
guide you to
clear.
something very clear about the health at every size movement.
Hi, my name's John. Hi, John. I'm a fat piece of shit. We should have AA for fat. Well, I think this the body positivity movement is AA for fat people.
Health at Every Size is actually a registered trademark of the Association
But instead of fixing yourself and cleaning yourself up, we just stay fat.
for Size Diversity and Health.
I know.
So when people are misusing that,
I know
we
that.
are a movement that doesn't have the same resources as the health and wellness industry or the health and wellness grifters or the major food industry, right? We don't have those same resources to fight every time somebody misuses our terminology, our philosophies, our practices, our values. But there are some of us out there who are doing that, right?
I never see the caveats. I never, ever see the freaking caveats.
So one
But
thing
maybe
is,
today,
maybe you could help amplify some of the caveats. You
I
have
am doing that right now.
Okay, so let's go to the
I'm
claim.
trying.
The claim that body positivity is primarily benefiting big food companies.
I mean
If that's-
financially.
I got it.
Because individual benefit, I can't, it's not quantifiable. I'm talking about the way these bastards are manipulating this message.
Right,
To
okay.
do things
So-
that I think are very unethical.
So, if body positivity is feeding their profits, will we see their profits reduce as this pendulum swing away from body positivity continues to go back to the, like I get asked all the time as the director of NAFA, is body positivity over? Is body positivity over because of Ozempic? Is body positivity over because of MAHA? Is body positivity over? Part of my argument is it depends on what you're in body positivity for. If you're in it for systemic change, it ain't over because the system ain't changed, right? But I do concede the point that we are moving away from some of what we saw as body positivity for the last 10, 15 years.
And what do you mean by
As
that?
we
Sorry.
move away
Was body positivity even around 10, 15 years ago? I don't know. I'm employed, so I have no idea. I don't fucking know. Y'all tell me. Another thing too, the way I've always pictured body positivity was don't be positive and be loving to your fat self. Body positivity should be I'm a fat fuck. I'm gonna lose weight and better my health. That should be body positivity.
from that. It's less popular, it's less
Oh, I
trendy.
understand.
We're
Okay.
moving more towards a thin-centric ideal again, or, leaving behind, we've labeled body positivity DEI and we're turning away from that, whatever. As we move away from that, are we gonna see the profits of these food industries drop?
Well, you are.
Why would you need to
make
make food genetically addictive if body positivity can just sell that food? If you could just tell people, when you feel good in your body, you're going to eat all the Nabisco snacks that you want to, then why do we have to make them addictive?
They don't even want you to stop eating one chip. This is how incremental they are about this. They literally engineer.
sounds-
Just hear me out. They don't even want you to have to stop and take a drink of water when you're eating their chips. So they engineer how much fat is in your mouth in each bite. There are a team of multidisciplinary scientists that literally work around the clock, 24/7, day after day, year after year.
They're body positivity scientists.
No.
So this is the thing.
No, I'm
right?
saying
What you're
they
describing
want
is a
no
misuse of
friction.
science.
Yeah.
What you're
Yes.
describing is,
Yes.
what you're
They want
describing
no
is
friction.
business. What you're describing is capitalism. What you're
Yes.
describing is greed.
Yes. I'm
Body
happy to indict
positivity
that.
is not the reason for that.
No, I'm suggesting that I think you guys should get pretty freaking vocal and pissed because these guys are actively manipulating your message. So much, I haven't even gotten to half the shit that they do. So for example, they have effectively lobbied to remove nutrition guidelines and warning labels on food packaging because of harmful shame.
Wild.
It's like, trans fats are bad for your health.
Okay,
It's a fact.
They have advocated for that. The
Yes,
body positivity movement, the
they're
fat activist movement, they're
your
using our
messaging.
language, right? Like
Yes.
you said, co-opting.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So they should stop co-opting our shit.
But they're not going to. But
Right.
yes, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so how do we
I
build
think
more-
you guys should get pissed about it. Like I get the things you're pissed at.
We are pissed about a lot of
I
things.
get it.
This
Can you
is a-
add this
it's
to
a
the list?
long
Add
list.
Yeah, well, you're fat. That's the core of, I can't say core, you don't even do core workouts. That's like the fucking baseline of all your anger, dog, is because you can't lose weight, you can't do it right. You see all these other videos on social media, so they make you feel like, oh, maybe that is me. Maybe I can't lose weight. Maybe I should just love my body. Bro, shut up.
this.
This
So I'm saying they're the primary. You want to
And
indict someone?
it is on the
indict
list for-
these
It is on the list for some people whose focus is body positivity, right? We have different foci. I do civil rights stuff. Some people do fashion stuff, wedding industry, health and wellness, eating disorders. There are folks who are thinking about the food industry. There are folks who are nutritionists who are, I can't, without seeing the list of like the people that I remember the Washington Post article.
Yeah,
some of those people are
grabbing the
not people
intuitive
that I
eating.
would associate with us.
I understand, but they're literally, many of them are certified in intuitive eating.
Okay, but
like
they're not
Abby Sharp.
Okay, but that's not health at every size. Intuitive eating is not a health at every size
but
principle.
that's part of my problem with the movement is that it's like, but it's not that part. But it is that part. It's
You're
all
saying
of
our
it.
problem is that we conflate, that all the things get conflated.
I'm not saying it's your
but
problem.
You're conflating
I'm
some of the
saying
things.
I'm saying my issue is that because it's become a patchwork quilt, an amalgamation of movements and voice. Oh, it's an activist. It's a political. It's an influencer. It's a celebrity. There's no accountability for any of this. There's no through line, and it allows exploitation
why aren't
in
we
ways that I think can be hurtful.
Why isn't the entire public holding food companies
I am.
accountable for
I am.
food company evils?
I think
like,
Maha
why
is.
is it the why is it? Are
You don't,
they?
you don't think so? I mean, they're reevaluating the generally recognized as safe rule. They just changed the food pyramid, which guides. Do you want to talk about that one? It guides hundreds of billions of dollars in subsidies, and
Okay,
now they're mandating.
So Maha is
I'm saying that
focused on the.
they're
on the
definitely
food
focused on it.
industry.
Sure,
Okay.
part of it.
Okay.
I think
So
there are a lot of people that are focused
you
on
do
big
understand how and why they have significantly more resources than actual body positive activists,
food. I'm
right?
not saying that they don't have more resources. I'm saying, can you see this issue? What do we do about it?
Well,
Do you think it's a problem? I think it's a problem.
I think there are a lot of problems. I think one of the problems is the assumption that everything that has to do with food and its lack of health correlates with fatness. Because we are saying body positivity.
Obesity thing again?
Well, no,
I'm
well,
fine with it.
we are saying body positivity, and body positivity includes all kinds of ways of being in a body, right? Not just body size. It includes all of the things about disability and skin color and hair texture and all of the things, right? Body positivity.
Hair texture is a part of it. That's wild.
But we really have been coding that in this conversation to talk about body size, right? And you can
Are we
understand.
talking about, okay, I actually didn't think body positivity, to be dead honest with you, I've never interpreted body positivity to be about skin color or gender ideology.
But some of
I
the
really
people
never
who,
did.
She's giving the face as if we're all as delusional as them.
I didn't.
But
So
some of the
if
people
that's-
who
if-
started body positivity and practice it today and talk about the values that
I don't think
have
anybody
meaning for
sees
them.
it that way.
I
That
don't
is
think
not a
that's
part
true.
of the movement. I think the general presumption
The general presumption is that
that
it must focus on weight and weight loss because that's a bigger narrative in the culture than some of
that
the
is
other
who
stuff.
we are seeing advocate. We're not seeing a person who's black being like, I'm body positive because I'm black. They're generally in a different civil rights movement.
I think that
I'm
discounts
not
the black
saying-
leadership in this movement, right?
But I'm not
and
saying
it's an
that. I'm saying
intersectional movement where we
I
do
very
talk about
rarely
these things.
see
Okay.
people of color simply based on prejudice regarding their skin color using body positivity.
I can hear her breathing while Jillian's talking.
To make their point.
There
I see them, and like
you see-
this is a movement. I see people
You
who
see
are
people who have multiple identities that include their skin color, their gender
Yes, but the
presentation, their
core
disability,
issue they are
talking about body
addressing is
positivity
what?
related to their
core
body
issue they're
size and
addressing.
those
So a mentally ill person talking about more mentally ill traits and movements makes sense now. Understood.
other issues. We had somebody else
I've
earlier
yet
talk
to
about
see
that.
I've never seen it in all the years. Like I've seen active.
I mean,
which
has
you
anybody
started-
else here
hang on,
seen that?
Hang on.
Because-
Which you started, right? Or I'm sorry. The organization that you work for
Yes.
had to do with a gentleman that started this organization because his wife, label it however you would. I don't know what word you guys feel comfortable with.
We've been using fat for 57 years, so
I'm going to go to the next claim. I don't want to be your average fucking retard YouTuber that literally plays a video that's already on YouTube all the way through just to get views. This video probably won't get any views anyway, but I don't want to be a fucking idiot like that. So let me skip through.
Positivity movement oversimplifies disordered eating and trauma.
All right, whoever wants to be the next debater, get to the chair in 3, 2, 1.
This bitch isn't even moving, bro. She's literally just there with her titties out. It's wild. God damn, fucking bulldozer almost took her out, bro.
I'm not going to assume, but I imagine you have some sort of maybe personal experience with eating disorders or disorder eating.
Definitely as a kid, would overeat. I wouldn't say binge eating disorder, but I would compulsively overeat. I would eat, have a connection with my father. I would eat to feel a sense of comfort. I would eat to feel a sense of control, without question.
And did you feel shame and then go to therapy to work on that, or did you just
I definitely
oversimplify it and then kind of?
I didn't oversee. I was 13, 14, and 15, so I didn't have the bandwidth to process what was actually going on. I was in therapy for other things that were going on in my household, and I definitely was helped.
Okay. So I'm glad that you were able to, go to therapy. That's not something that everyone is able to go to. It's a luxury and a privilege for a lot of people, especially in the United States. I have dealt with an eating disorder since I was 7. That's when it was first realized. It wasn't diagnosed at 7, but it was realized at that point. And my body fluctuated. I'm not going to use numbers because I think there are a lot of people that have disordered eating that use numbers as a metric. And so they'll look at me and I'll say a metric, and then it'll cause someone to have what I like to call a shift in where they are now to where they're going to be down like a rabbit hole of disordered eating behaviors. I think that trauma and eating disorders go hand in hand, but they're not exclusive. There are people that don't necessarily have any trauma, but somehow have developed some sort of eating disorder. My eating disorder was something that I had from a really young.
I mean, I think trauma has a lot to do with it for a lot of fat fucks. For me, I was just your fucking Mexican kid that grandma used to come home and bring a lot of food and always feed me. That's what made me the fat fuck that I am today, bro.
Age, and then just worsened because of my physical perception around people. But it wasn't something that innately was trauma based. I am neurodivergent, and it was never diagnosed until I was,
Another neurodivergent person. Let me check this out because I hear this from a lot of victims nowadays. Hold on. A neurodivergent person is an individual whose brain functions, learns, and processes information differently than what is considered typical. So you're autistic, you have ADD or ADHD, dyslexia. So like neurodivergent is just the umbrella word. She could easily say, I'm autistic, I'm retarded, I have ADHD. If in terms of losing weight, you shouldn't say I'm neurodivergent as an objection. Like that's really, honestly, that's just a front. That's a smokescreen. If you're neurodivergent, there's many ways to explain to a person, lift weight, put weight back down, do this for this long, walk on treadmill for 30 minutes at 2 speed, 10 incline, eat this, don't eat that, use low fat dressings on your salads, not full dressings, because the dressings are fucking 5 times the calories as what you're actually eating on the salad.
Almost 30. So, but that's not because of trauma. That's just because of my neurodivergence. That's how my brain is connected. And so sometimes with neurodivergent people, they have eating rituals, eating routines that are rigid. And so that's where mine came from. So to say it's oversimplifying EDs, like body positivity is oversimplifying EDs, oversimplifying trauma. You're taking away the people that use the body positivity moment to find someone who they can relate to, and so someone that they can connect with that doesn't have the same road that maybe the masses had, but has their same road. Yeah.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
This bitch got up finally.
Jillian, nice to meet you.
Nice.
Bro, it gets to a point, dog. What are you doing?
Okay, so the body positivity movement actually got me out of my eating disorder, and if that's okay, I would like to tell you a little bit about
Please,
it.
absolutely.
So growing up, I wasn't ever fat. I just have, I have large breasts. I have got a condition, basically. I know you're laughing.
I'm laughing because that would be my dream. That's the only reason I'm laughing. I was like, poor you, Summer. I'm sorry, go ahead. Not to try to invalidate how you feel.
That's okay. That's
sorry,
okay.
go ahead.
So I've got a condition called macromastia. It means that my breasts will just continuously keep growing. So I had to deal with this my whole childhood, and I got picked on and bullied and stuff because I was 8 years old with double Ds. So that's absolutely okay. I went to the doctors and they actually told me that I had to lose weight in order to get a reduction. At this point, I was actually a Scottish size 6, which is a UK size 2. So on the bottoms, just obviously not on my top. So this actually drove me into an eating disorder, and I started to starve myself and try and make myself thinner so that my breasts would get smaller, and that never ever happened. They just continuously, because it's obviously a condition, so they just kept getting bigger as I was getting smaller and smaller. And it wasn't until obviously the online platform made
Look at all the jealous bitches out here, bro. They're already waving their flags.
the body positivity movement more aware to me, and then that really, really helped me, and it's made me start eating more. It made me start posting more online about my body, and I just think that your claim's a little bit silly.
Can I give you some examples? Of what
Of
I'm talking
course,
about?
please.
So, while intuitive eating is actually not intended for people with eating disorders, I cannot tell you how many people have misinterpreted that. And I've ended up dealing with it personally for quite some time now. So, for example, things like avoid diets where mechanistic eating is actually recommended for people with many different types of eating disorders. And even the women who started intuitive eating suggested that, hey, this is a goal, not a treatment plan. But when you've got, random people online who are, hey, just listen to your feelings of fullness. You can't do that when you're anorexic. Your body no longer recognizes those satiety cues. It absolutely shuts it down. And it's, what was it? Listen to your hunger. You cannot do that if you have binge eating disorder and you're feeding a deeper hunger. It's the fundamental ways in which things like intuitive eating have been misrepresented by the masses. And of course, I understand what it was intended for, but if you think that the vast majority of these people posting on TikTok have read the frickin' guidelines of mechanistic eating, I think we're both dreaming.
No, I get that, but I think the thing in my head is why do you care so much about someone else's body in order to try and argue against body positivity? Say someone's fat, obese, whatever, walking on the street, that doesn't actually affect you as a person.
Totally right.
So I don't understand why you would feel the need to fight for people that are arguing for that person to feel validated as a person.
I'm not arguing for the person I don't know. However, there are people that do want help, and I think that this can leave them feeling exceptionally confused. There are many that I have tried to personally help that have experienced feeling misled, misguided by.
It's 100% true, bro. There's movements out there, and there's always that person or group of people that take it way too serious, and they end up being an actual problem. They actually need help, and they're conflicted because one side that kind of has the same beliefs as them says one thing, and then the other side says not. So they're like, well, fuck, I'm fucked.
Some of the, or almost all of the intuitive eating principles, and they're not being educated on
But
the
you could
fact.
also argue the latter.
But there are a lot of people that actually want help, and I care that they get the most.
But I don't think the
efficient
body
help.
positivity movement is just for obese people, just for people that are drastically need help.
Anorexia is
It's
not
for-
obesity.
So I was anorexic, and the body positivity movement helped me. Do you not think that the body positive movement helps them rather than shaming
think
them? Because that's how they get in that place in the first place, with other people shaming them constantly.
I am not suggesting anyone should be shamed. You're completing two different issues. I don't think
But
that
I
people.
think in one, it's all one issue.
It's not though, sweetheart. You're telling me that you think I think shame is awesome. I don't.
No, I didn't.
I don't.
That didn't come out of
I
my mouth.
think that these tools or things like, oh, you know what? It's society, it's diet culture, it's this, it's that, it's bigotry. No, dude, it's probably the fact that like somebody, God forbid, touched you when you were a kid.
I don't think
or-
that's appropriate or even right. In the slightest bit.
You
No
really
one
don't think
touched
so?
me.
No,
And
not you, dude.
no
I'm
one-
not talking about you. I
completely get that. And
I'm not
you
talking
also
about you
keep mentioning
personally.
like parents. I have two very loving parents. My parents never made me feel shamed about my body. It was like TV shows like The Biggest Losers. In the UK, we've got Super Size versus Super Skinny. Like it was all of these TV shows that made me feel like this. It wasn't my parents.
I'm going to suggest that I don't think you would be vulnerable to TV shows
Why?
if there wasn't a primary injury. Because who cares, buddy? Do you know how much stuff like goes after me personally, or after people of color, or after gay people, or after like
But you have to
everybody?
remember, I'm quite young. So when these came out, I was very young, very impressionable. And I have like adults telling me that my body, because my BMI is higher, I have adults telling me that my body is like, you have to lose weight to fit in with normal people. Like you're young when
And
you're
when that
impressionable. And for
happens-
you to be arguing against like body positivity, like I hope you don't have a daughter. Because my little sister,
They always go to that. They make it extra personal. Bro, shut up. I'm gonna be fucking. I wouldn't be surprised if this bitch was an influencer online and had some kind of Fansly or OnlyFans. And if she doesn't, good for her. She can't keep them things hidden, but yeah, if she has followers and she has a big following, there's two reasons why.
like needs the body positivity movement. I think people need the body positivity movement because without it, everyone's just going to be looking at other people, judging other people. Like I'm sure.
You think the body positivity movement is stopping people from being assholes?
No, that's not what I said.
I think you're not right about that.
No, that's not what I
definitely
said
don't
at
think.
all.
You
I
just said you think it stops people from judging other people.
Yeah, well,
no shot that's gonna happen.
They're
It's just not they're gonna
judging
hide it
people
from
on
you.
their size or what they're
Of course they are.
They're not though.
Sure they
Okay, okay,
are.
pause.
Send this bitch to Instagram comments right now.
You've been voted out by the majority.
That's okay, thank
Please
you.
return to your seat.
God.
Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Lilia. So I think the language there is a little bit tone deaf just because I actually believe that gym talk, diet culture oversimplifies eating disorders.
Two separate
and
issues though. Both can be true at the same time.
both can be true as in
As in, you could absolutely be making, first of all, gym talk should have nothing to do with eating disorders. So you're right. But it's a separate issue than the claim I'm making.
how is it separate?
Well, okay. So you're saying gym talk oversimplifies trauma and eating disorders, right?
Well,
I agree
not
with
just
you.
gym talk, but just the way that our youth, all of us we are all exposed to that. Like we can't just avoid it. And when
Still
you
a separate
see
issue, though. I'm trying to say that the ways body positivity suggests people deal with body issues and trauma is an oversimplification. And it has to do with things like intuitive eating principles that get misrepresented by influencers.
Okay.
Okay.
I can definitely agree with that.
Well, then, unfortunately,
But I
you and I are so far on the same page.
Well, no, I think well, the way I see it is that body positivity is actually the bridge between health experts and anybody else, really.
Explain it.
Because I think that if I go to a doctor, it should be empowering for me to talk about my body.
Of course.
However, when I usually speak to a health expert, it's really not. I'm really more just afraid that they're going to speak to me in a way that degrades my body.
Like, tell you the truth that you're fucking obese. Don't feel empowered. The only way to actually empowering is such a fucking retarded term because people use that for like body positivity, women empowerment. Like, bro, I get it. You want to feel heard, but like, dog, if you really want to feel empowered at the doctor, lose weight, and then they're gonna be like, oh, hey, you went from obese to moderately fit. Congrats. That's like That's all you could ever want, bro. And then I don't know, man. It is fucking ridiculous, dude.
And makes me feel that shame that you've mentioned. Shame is not a motivator.
Yeah, it is.
Really turns people away, whereas the body positivity movement teaches people to have the kind of confidence they need to make choices for
How's
themselves.
it teaching you that?
When you look at yourself in the mirror and you tell
In the mirror, bro, her fucking voice is insufferable.
yourself, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm gross, I don't deserve to be, alive. To like some people get to that extent, right?
I understand.
When you do that to yourself, that is not going to motivate you to then go make the choices that I think we all know are healthy for us.
Totally agree.
Which doesn't.
Then what's the next step, though, dude?
I think that's what we're here
Just
to,
looking in
to
the
speak
mirror
about.
and
I
saying,
think that's what,
actually, I'm
The next step is instead of looking in the mirror and telling yourself that you're fat and shaming yourself, let somebody else fat shame you. Let your best friend, God damn, motherfucker, you gained a lot of weight. Let's go work.
healed.
So that's not what body positivity. That's not what body positivity is. Body positivity is promoting the healing of said wounds.
How?
By
This is where I'm
finding.
telling you it's an oversimplification.
It's not though.
Tell me
because
how.
Because
How
by
is it
telling-
going to heal you, buddy?
By
By
telling
looking
people
in the
that-
mirror and
by
saying, I
looking in
no
the
longer
mirror
think
and
so?
saying these shameful things to yourself,
Yes.
you already know that it degrades you, and you're not going to want to do the things that most
so then
people.
what comes after deciding not to beat yourself up? We're both on the same
should-
page there. Now
I
get
think
below the tip of your
we're seeing
iceberg.
different perspectives of the same page, right? And that's why I do believe that body positivity is the bridge that we all need.
Tell me
in order.
what comes after. The moment you decide you're not going to say that shit in the mirror anymore, then what?
Then I should be able to consult health experts that are also body positive towards my body.
No one's saying not
Instead-
to.
Okay, so tell us who the health experts are that are body positive.
You're looking at her.
Because if I should be able to go to a
What
doctor
define
or
what you want when you say body positive? What kind of health expert are you looking for? I know a million doctors, and all of them would love to help somebody, whether
but
they're
what is help? Is help saying you need to get your ass in the gym. You need to restrict your
you
eating,
tell me
whatever.
what help is for you when you go to that.
That's what
doctor.
I think everybody should have the opportunity and confidence to do, and that's what body positivity is teaching people. It's not teaching people that they're perfect in the mirror and that they don't deserve to
How
have the
is
courage
it
to
teach?
change.
You still haven't given me a how. All you're telling
What
me is
I think we all are
don't
here to
look-
figure out how, because nobody has the answer.
That is not true. Many people
Okay,
have
so-
the answer, sweetheart. Psychoanalysts have the answer.
I'm sorry, I don't like to be called sweetheart when we're like debating.
Forgive me.
But
many people have the answer. And
okay, but you believe you have the answer.
If a word like sweetheart in a debate is hurting her and she has to vocally speak up about it, you already know that anything that you say is just going to go in one ear out the other. If there's a bridge and they're trying to find the how and the help with somebody that's all for body positivity, you don't need a health expert or you don't need a doctor. You need to go to a gym, find a personal trainer, or find a friend that's actually doing it right and fucking have them help you, bro. A lot of this shit is catered to, I don't want to eat better and I don't want to work out and move because I sweat and I don't like the way being sore feels. You got to stop being a pussy and just go and do it. Do it for a month, 2 months tops. And I swear to God, if you don't lose a pound, then you're fucking doing something wrong, bro. Work out. And I don't mean do 1 set of 10 or 2 sets of 10. Don't do any cardio, bitch about it. And then eat a salad from a fast food restaurant. I'm talking do your weight training. Do at least 20 minutes of cardio a day for 4 days a week. Meal prep, make your own food. Stop cooking with fucking oil because you dumb fucks don't know how to measure it. 1 tablespoon of fucking oil, vegetable oil, vinegar, not vinegar, fucking olive oil. Bro, that's 200 calories, dog. You can eat a big ass bowl of salad for 200 calories. Literally, all you motherfuckers on YouTube right now or on social media, look up 200 calorie comparison. And I swear to God, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm a fat fuck. Why am I still eating all this? And when I say move, like I said, you're not burning calories. You're not burning enough calories lifting weights. Hit cardio or hit workouts is not the play, especially if you're a fat fuck. Honestly, bro, scrap the weightlifting in general. If you're just fat and you want to actually see numbers, skip all weightlifting. Just go do cardio. Go to the gym every day, 5 days a week. Honestly, dog, 3 days a week for your fat ass. Go 3 days a week, walk 30 minutes. And when I say walk, I don't mean walk like a turtle. Get on the treadmill, put that bitch on at least 2.5 or 3 speed, and then maybe about a 4 to 7 incline. Actually look at everything you're eating. There are fucking caloric specific recipes all over the internet. If you say that you do not have the resources, I'm just going to assume that you're a fucking retard, bro. Try this. Do it for a month, 2 months tops. I swear to God, if you're not losing weight, then seek help. Or you're lying to yourself on what you're actually putting in your food.
Answer, and you believe that somehow body positivity is not involved in bettering yourself? I just think that.
Let's go to the next one.
My surrounded claim is that shame is far more dangerous than body positivity.
I don't disagree with you. I disagree with how it handles shame.
Let's talk about the show.
Okay.
Tell me more about your, I guess, tactics or who Jillian Michaels is to the world.
I can't describe who Jillian Michaels is to the world. I'm something to everybody. To some people, I'm a hero that saved their life, which I never, listen.
35% of people.
Hold on. I disown that completely. It's not my accomplishment. It's a projection, right? Of I know you guys don't like this talk, but it is a projection of the good mommy. I'm not that. I'm also the bad mommy. I'm the evil person that made them overweight and I did this to them. I'm all these things to all these people. Who's Jillian Michaels? I mean, I'm 5'2". I spend a lot of money on laser hair removal.
She's the GOAT.
I got 2 kids. I mean...
How do you raise your kids? You use fear and shame to raise them?
Does it seem like I use fear and shame to raise them?
Yeah, because you talk about using fear and shame.
I don't talk about... First of all, that is a life or death intervention on a ticking clock.
But do you
loser.
look at
That's
me and
not
see a life or
parenthood.
death need for an intervention right now? Be honest.
Yeah.
Yes, you're built like a fucking Tonka truck.
You might.
I do. We don't have a ticking clock, which means that if you chose to reach out to me
We're
to
all on a
maybe
ticking
work on,
clock.
not in the way that you go home in a week, dude. In the way that I get 6 days to try to figure out, to try to help you.
Okay, so
That's
you're back
very
to the
different.
show now, the ticking clock.
I thought we
being
were talking
this-
about, well, you're
Sure.
asking me about fear, and I'm telling you that parenting and Biggest Loser, there's no parallel.
Okay, so shame.
Okay.
Shaming someone. So like,
I didn't say it's okay to shame someone. I'm telling you that the utilization of these emotions, I'm telling you that shame is a signal. It's telling you, hey, look over here. This here, so.
but shame from the world. Like any shame I've felt from, okay, we'll start here.
Shame from the world. You're externalizing shame, which is exactly what I don't agree with.
And you're saying that I've externalized it by carrying it on my body.
I don't think we were bullied enough, bro. No pun intended, the biggest thing that fucking makes me laugh, dude, honestly, is these fat fucks or like the people that you know, like, just don't know, or like they're fucking playing ignorant, dude. These people will go on social media, they will post a video, and they will act like it's the end of the world or they didn't see it coming when people call them and shame them in the comments. This is what social media is about, bro. This is what the world is. Fucking take it or leave it. They're gonna get you for something. You just gotta ignore it and don't be a bitch. I can tell you, everybody in the modern day body positivity movement has never experienced a fucking Call of Duty lobby. And I know you've heard it time and time again. It is fucking true, bro. I still game to this day. I'm 31. I'm a grown-ass man, by the way. I was playing Marathon last night, and I was actually good. Homie. I took out a team. And dude was fucking furious, bro. He was saying, fuck you, kill yourself, you're a fucking homo. And I was like, bro, fucking take your life, dog. You're fucking dog shit. You're a faggot. I mean, come on, bro. That's the thrill of being online, bro. Like, this is freedom of speech, doggy.
As well.
No, I'm saying when
That's a little bit of what you said earlier about the trauma is externalized.
Well, that would be utilizing your body as a container to manage emotions, if we're talking about in this particular instance. I can give you an example of that, but, or not. So I'm not talking about shaming someone. I fundamentally disagree with that concept. I'm talking about the shame that is already there, not externalizing it. I'm talking about appreciating the fact that, like,
I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, as a fat person trying to lose weight, aside from having body aches, low back pain, and shit like that, the biggest thing that made me want to lose weight is this right here. My genetics give me this fat back. If you want to talk about big back, bro, like this is a piece of it. This shit right here, I have it, and I fucking can't stand it. And
okay.
I'm working my ass off every day to make sure that I lose it. And y'all gonna hold me accountable. Every month, every week, I pray that I'm looking a little bit thinner or just something. I'm holding myself accountable with everything that I do, and I'm sharing it to the world so you all can hold me accountable and roast me if I don't lock in.
This is arising from within me. Where is this coming from and why? If we, instead of going, oh, I think I'm ashamed because of what they did or what they told me or what they, now listen, people are absolutely at one point or another very often victims. However, how we choose to respond to that injury, okay, at one time absolutely meant your psychological survival. It is how you survived that injury. The problem is it perpetuates and it no longer serves. But if we continue to repeat the pattern, it's actually called, has a name, it's called a repetition compulsion. And the goal, right, is I will master this. I will play this out. It's safer to play it out externally than where those feelings really belong, because that's painful. It's also safer because you don't have to suffer the primal loss of whatever was missing. So now, can I give you an example? I'm a shitty parent. We talked about this, but just follow me, right? I'm a shitty parent. I'm not there for you. Okay, instead of you saying, oh my God, my mom was never available. I didn't get what I needed. And there's there's
Peoples that feel that way.
okay. We then internalize that and go, it must be because I'm not good enough. Hence the sinner part, okay? Not because mommy is unavailable due to her own limitations. Instead, it gets internalized, and that is what becomes toxic shame. What is the primal injury that begot this emotion? And subsequently, how do I deal with it where it's appropriate? Meaning the right, like not Victoria's Secret, okay? The primal wound. And then in experiencing that loss, feeling those feelings, which really sucks and really hurts, which is why people have defense structures, coping mechanisms, so on and so forth. The way through that, you feel it, and then after you grieve it, after you explore it, then we can implement
A weight release.
No,
Oh, my
no,
trauma.
no, a perspective
I've released
shift.
it, and therefore then I will be thin.
Bitch ain't releasing nothing, bro. She won't even release her McDonald's receipts, dog.
Perspective shift and a behavior change.
Yes, of course. I've been desperate my entire life to change my behaviors and shift my this and change my eating and buy Factor and go on this diet and sign up for the trainer and go to the gym and do the thing and pay thousands of dollars and get the Peloton and go to SoulCycle.
But that's all surface stuff, dude.
Sure, but the shame never came from myself.
I know.
The shame is
but
external
you-
factors, and
hold
that
on.
is why
Remember
we turn
when you said to me
to body
earlier?
positivity.
Remember when you said to me earlier, "Fuck my parents."
Okay, I didn't say it like that. Mommy's
Girl.
watching. Me and mommy's watching. But here, let's talk about the parental wound. I'll tell you how my parent was wounded. Want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I feel like you are saying, Maha, Maga, it's too close. I think they should have picked a different name. We can work on that. But my thing is that what you're saying is, I feel that you're coming to the table. You're like, listen, I think that I'm a little bit scared this is an ad for Maha, but
No, forget. I'm not talking about Maha. here.
Jillian Michaels is saying she wants a seat at the table. She's gonna go to Southwest with Tigress and say, fat people deserve 2 seats. Don't charge them extra. Let them on the plane, bitch. She's gonna go to Nabisco and say, stop putting this shit in the food because Jillian, I like the food in Europe. I like the makeup in Europe even
I
better.
have been doing the Nabisco part. The,
Cool,
The
so thank
Southwest
you.
part is a bit of a separate conversation, but the Nabisco
Sure, there's a
part
lot
I've
of
been doing.
conversations. I think you're coming to the table to say whether or not, it's just like Oprah, we acknowledge our part
We know who's really coming to the table. Never missed a meal.
and diet culture and whatever, like let's make the change. Let's blame it on the bad guys.
About diet culture.
We haven't even talked about diet culture today. That is a separate episode. Body positivity is what we're talking about. I think we have turned to
Body positivity should be diet culture, dog. Like I said, don't revolve it around, hey, I'm fat, I love my body. Revolve it around, hey, I'm fat, I need to do something about it. Let's all do something about it. That should be what body positivity means.
positivity because of the shame. Because at 9 years old,
Yes.
my mother,
Yeah.
who was a translator for her mother, who was an immigrant. At that time, it was very easy to come to this country. My grandfather came here with a letter in 1964, $100 in his pocket. They are the American dream.
Gotcha.
My mother was at the doctor with her mother.
Okay.
And a doctor, a professional man,
Okay.
I'm sure he was likely white, turned to her and said,
Here we go.
ask your mom if she can have sex. Ask your mom, just tell your mom she's like a VW bug going up a hill with 9 people in it. A child.
I get it.
I mean, that's where it all comes from, right? Like, my mommy wound is only because of her own trauma.
Of course, it's
She's, of
multi-generational.
course, multi-generational. It gets into the epigenetics. It gets into how she raised me. Maybe you don't know you're on a diet till you're like 6. And then you go to your aunt's house, who's like, anything you want, right here. What do you want at the grocery store? We'll get you whatever. What did I want? I wanted Yoo-hoo like everybody else. Because I
Hot take, bro. I will die on this hill. Yoo-hoo is the fucking absolute worst chocolate water on the planet, bro. It's not even chocolate milk. It's chocolate water. It's fucking gross. Coming from the person that drinks chocolate protein shakes with water and 2 Splenda.
wasn't allowed to have Yoo-hoo. I wasn't allowed to have a ding dong. When I came home and I said, I want ding dongs in my lunch. You know what my mom bought me? Low-fat ding dongs. And low-fat ding dongs aren't wrapped in foil. So everybody knows they're fucking low. It's not a fucking ding dong. I want the foil. I want the foil. So she's acting out of her trauma.
God damn. Tiny face.
And now I'm just like, I didn't choose to be here. And now I'm like, literally this woman is crying as I get off the plane from the Yoo-hoo trip because I had gained so much weight. My grandparents had to buy me new clothes. But I think that that great aunt that offered me the Yoo-hoo and said, it's right here, honey, and you don't have to ask anybody when you want one, she knew. She knew I was being restricted at 6 years old. And that is why at 26, when you hear about body positivity and you're like, well, I've been on a diet for like 20 years, maybe there's more to life than trying to lose weight. That's what body positivity has given me. So
were you trying to lose weight for that long? Because it looks like you've just been gaining it.
do I still want, of course, to make the right choice every day for my nutrition? Yes. I mean, I can see there's like empathy. I also feel like when you were talking and you thought I was going to interrupt, you could like hear my thoughts through my eyes. And people like you only get to be people like you because you're a unicorn. You're a very special person to have gotten to the place that you've gotten in this world. But the reality is, I'll finish. My point is that that's where body positivity came from. Body positivity actually came to me. You know what I was doing on YouTube? My first YouTube video is me doing the master cleanse and showing people how to cut the lemons and put their maple syrup in. But then body positivity came.
Fad diet. Mistake number 1, dude.
And said, hey, you should be talking about plus size fashion, not the master cleanse, girl.
Sounds to me like you still have a lot of stuff that.
So instead of following and flocking to the comments that said, fat fuck, fucking pig, you're fat, why are you doing this master cleanse? Just eat right and move. Somebody in the body positivity movement probably came and she's like, oh my God, I finally see a nice comment. Holy shit. And then she changed everything. She's staying fat for the clout that she climbed on.
Is upsetting you? It sounds to me like you're still contending with a lot.
I'm contending with a society that every day, every minute of the day tells me not only I have to buy a product to be thinner, I have to take a GLP-1. Serena Williams is selling me a GLP-1. Jillian, that's problematic.
Fuck, dude, fuck her. Fuck Lizzo. Fuck all the Ozempic shit, dog. If you're under the age of 45 or 50 and you don't have like diabetes or any kind of actual crazy health issues, dude, don't take the fucking easy way out because you're gonna die faster taking diuretics like that, bro. I'm being dead ass. They all have side effects. Eating right, losing weight, doing cardio, lifting weights does not have a side effect. It's not something you're injecting. It's something that you're fucking doing yourself.
You're doing, but listen to me.
And then I'm old.
Will you listen? You're still externalizing the wound. The first conversation, I think that's where we stay. The first conversation. That is the most important thing. I don't care about Serena Williams. I couldn't care.
Serena Williams, that's been
Mama, who gives a fuck?
because Jillian,
She's
Based.
not
when you're
important to
fat,
Look
when
at
you
me.
no,
Look at me.
but when I am getting a
And I-
GLP-1 ad every time I open any app on my phone, watch the TV,
not
drive down the
advocating for that.
Sure, but imagine
not.
in my position, Jillian,
Yes.
I went 6 months where every waking hour,
Yes.
including the 3 a.m. pee, my mind
Yes.
said, should I go on a GLP-1? Should I go on a GLP-1? Should I go on a GLP-1?
Okay.
Would you call that food noise? What do you call that?
I call that being a fat ass.
You tell me.
I call it fucked up. I
Okay,
call it
fucked up,
fucked
hold
up.
on.
Because I'm over here like, I own a plus size fashion store. I look like the first fucking fat housewife of Beverly Hills. I'm fucking gorgeous. I got they, thems, he's, she's coming out of my ears.
listen
I
to
can
me.
fuck anybody on the street. But this
That is the biggest amount of cap ever, bro. People, I'm going to be dead ass with you. The attitude that comes out of this bitch's mouth, like, this is, not only is she fat, this is what makes a fucking human ugly. It's not looks. It's not weight. To a lot of people, it is weight. Choosing to be fat and then fixing your entire character around it makes you fucking ugly and insufferable, dude. People want to fuck her. She's the first fat bitch of Beverly Hills. This is crazy, dude. This is the delusion that's actually getting people up there. I will complain about this every day. There's people blowing up for the wrong reasons. Always. It's always been that way. Always.
world wants to tell me that I need to shrink myself,
not the
that there's a
world, though.
thin woman
Will you
within
li-
waiting to get out.
Can I say something?
I think I ate her.
Can I say something?
I don't think
Can
she's
I say
here.
something? You also told me that what the world. Tell me how the. Okay, back up. Okay, tell me how the world makes you feel.
I constantly feel like I have to be smaller. I have to be quieter. I have to be more submissive in my marriage. I have to shrink my body to fit on a plane. I have to have a bigger car because I need a little more room. I need to go to a special store, or actually even better,
How does
order
it
it
make you
online.
feel?
Makes me
I
feel
don't want
like
circumstances.
shit. Makes you feel worthless. It makes you feel like I can't go to the mall and spend my money.
It makes you feel how?
Devalued.
Okay, stop. When's the first time you felt that way?
Are we getting fat therapy right now?
When I was in ballet and the teacher picked an outfit I didn't like for the
How old?
recital. 8.
When was it when your mom put you on a diet? You said 6.
I mean, after that Yoo-hoo incident, it was a real.
Did that make you feel the way you're currently describing?
No, I didn't know what was. At 6 years old, it's like I knew the ding dong was different because it didn't have the foil, but I didn't understand.
I know, because it becomes you, but unconsciously you do understand. And now, this pattern is playing out everywhere. It has a name. It's literally Freudian. It is called a repetition compulsion.
What about the genetics? Like when I look
Okay,
at photos, you said there were no fat children 100 years ago.
No.
I find that very strange.
There were
to
very
me.
few. And
Okay, there were fewer. There were
fact
fewer.
check me.
But there have always been fat people.
Hold on.
And there always will be. We will not be eradicated, and we're not going anywhere. Fat's where it's at. We've reclaimed the word.
Fat is not where it's at, dude. You're fucking delusional. Are you genetically more liable? Are you genetically more capable of gaining weight faster? Yes, dude. Genetics has a big play in it, dog. But that doesn't mean that it's going to completely stop you. I've seen fat to fit so many times, and people actually maintain it. This video has dragged on way too long. You can watch the entire thing in the comments if you made it this far. But I'll see you guys later, man. This is crazy.